What is poppin', fam? Spanik here, coach of your Alabama Crimson Surf. And this is week numero, I think five. I think five, because I'm 4-1. Yeah, it should be. No, week six. It's week six. We play 5 games. It's week six. So it's week six against Johnny GB and his Oregon Duckletts. First time we're playing him. We're in like 3 leagues with him. And he's in 3 leagues with him, and yet this is the first time we played. So this should be a good one. He records my battles for ICBA, commission of ICBA, and just an overall great guy. So he records my battles for ICBA. Only reason I could be in that league. So still props to him for that. And let's take a look at what he could possibly bring. He could bring Mega Venusaur, Feeny, Entei, Mag, Savali with all types, Haxorus, Hitmonlee, Swellow, Dugtrio, and Cryogonal. Judging by his team, I was really surprised. I wasn't really surprised to see Savali and Entei. I had those as maybes, but I thought for sure Magnezone was going to come. I had Magnezone as a definite, but he didn't bring Magnezone. I don't know why, because I have a Mega Scizor. I didn't bring my Mega Scizor, but now I'm kind of wishing I did, because he didn't bring the Mag. The only reason I didn't bring Mega Scizor was because of the Magnezone, so I didn't want to get trapped. But what are you going to do? So this is the team I brought. Volcarona mashes his entire team. Griffen's Volcarona mashes him. Unless that's like a assault vested Entei or like a Savali Fire. But other than that, I could get one Griffen's up and just blow holes through his team. With Fiery Dance, Bug Buzz, and Giga Drain. I am Swarm as well with Chitari Berry. So if let's say Venusaur has HP Rock or Swellow has HP Rock, I could live it, and then I get in Swarm range, and my Bug attacks do even more damage. Next, we have Spadef Donphan. It was just really here for Dugtrio and Feeny. Spadef Donphan's able to scout Feeny's set effectively. That's why I brought it. And Mag also. It's really my answer for Mag and Dugtrio. MIMIKILLU here is a max HP, max attack adamant set. SD 3 attacks being Woodhammer, Play Off, and Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak for Ghost, Shadow Sneak, Play Off for Dual Stab, and Woodhammer for the Feeny. I opted to go with, what was it? Max HP, because there's really nothing I wanted to outspeed. Feeny needed a ton of speed to outspeed me at neutral. Outspeed at natural speed. So I didn't really see the reason to run any speed on this MIMIKILLU. So I just have Shadow. So I just run Max HP. Max HP does allow me to live hit some Haxorus as well, which he didn't bring, and I kind of expected. AV Raikou, because it's the only thing that allowed me to take hits from Swellow. Even though I didn't need a lot of speed on this thing, because I just wanted enough to outspeed Haxorus, and hit it with HP Ice, I decided to run Timid anyway, so I could run more HP. The reason I wanted to run more HP is because with more HP, I'm able to take 2 Boom Bursts from Spec Swellow instead of 1, and that could allow me to kill it with Thunderbolt. Miltank is Fizz Def for his Haxorus, his Savali, his Entei, and Alolan Persian is just here to pivot around, maybe get a Nasty Plot off, and get big damage. So let's get right into this battle. I decided to lead with my Donphan, expecting the Dugtrio lead, and I do get that prediction right. And he decides to pull switch into his Feeny here, as I just get up my Stealth Rocks. Really nice for me. I decided to stay in here. And the reason I decided to stay in here is because I wanted to gauge his set. He didn't bring Magnezone, so Donphan is of less use. Yeah, he didn't bring Magnezone, so Donphan is of less use. And I will sacrifice some HP on this thing in order to gauge the set on Feeny. Whether he's offensive, because I could see a random offensive Feeny coming. So he does go for the Surf. He is bulky. I EQ'd as well this turn, just to even gauge the set. Like I said, to gauge the set, to see if he's Fizz Def or Sped Def. And judging by that damage, he is Fizz Def on this Feeny. So I decided to pull a switch into my Raikou, because even after a Surf from a bulky Feeny, I could still take 2 Boom Bursts from Swellow. I pull a double here into my Donphan, expecting him to go Dugtrio, wanting to trap my Raikou, and yep, he does go Dugtrio here. He EQs for damage, I do the same thing, and he does reveal to be Sash Dugtrio, so I'm going to be able to pick him off here with an Ice Shard. He doesn't even want to save this thing for Death Fodder, because he doesn't want Rocks Up. He doesn't want me to get Rocks Up, because he definitely needs HP on Swellow. He needs HP on Entei in order for them to be effective in this game. So he decides to go Swellow. I Shard here for damage, as he just Boom Bursts and picks me off. That's fine. He didn't bring Magnet Zone, so Donphan was of less use. I do go into Raikou here, as he just goes into Venusaur. I Volt Switch for momentum, and I go into Persian, because I definitely need some more damage on this Venusaur. He Megas, as I go for the Nasty Plot. I know I could take any hit from this thing. And now I'm able to fire off a Dark Pulse and do some big damage here, as he just Sludge Bombs again and kills me. That's fine. I go into Volcarona. I'm able to set up on this thing, even if he has the HP Rock. So I do Quiver Dance here. And the Savali is revealed to be Savali Rock. That I thought was actually better for me, as I do have Giga Drain to be able to hit the Savali Rock. If he was Savali, let's see, if he was Savali Fire, then this thing walls my Volcarona. So he does end up being Savali Rock. I do have the Chitari Berry, so I stay in here thinking I could live a multi-attack from this thing, as I actually don't live a multi-attack from this thing. That really surprised me, because I had the Chitari Berry, and yeah, I had the Chitari Berry. I didn't think that was going to kill through Chitari, so maybe I should have calced, but I didn't calc. I just saw no reason to not click Giga Drain, because I was 99% certain I could live a multi-attack through the Chitari Berry. I'm probably mispronouncing that berry big time, so forgive me for mispronunciation. So I just go into Miltank here, as I do have Earthquake to potentially pick this thing off as it lives, because Miltank doesn't have good physical attack. He misses the Toxic, and that ends up being huge late game. So he decides to pull a switch into his Swallow here, as I predicted the EQ. That's fine. I could just go into Raikou here, because I could definitely take 2 Boom Bursts from this thing. As go for the Boom Burst, and I eat it. As he goes for Boom Burst again, and I do live. So I'm not sure if he thought that was a roll, but I really didn't see any reason to. Yeah, he probably thought that was a roll. So I decided to pull a switch into my Miltank. It's my switch into this Entei, as ESP still does a ton, even with a Max Fizz Def. That is definitely choice banded. So he goes to the Feeny as I Earthquake. And here I just Body Slam for damage. I just need damage on these Mons. He goes for Surf. That doesn't do that much. Even though, being the fact I have no Fizz Def, I even have no Spadef into this Miltank, and no speed either, that is really doing nothing. So he does pull a switch. He knows I'm going to Milk Drink here. So he goes into his Venusaur, thinking I'm not sat. He goes for the. I go for the Zen Headbutt here, and it doesn't kill. And I was kind of mad, because now he might Synthesis, maybe expecting me to switch if I wasn't Sap Sipper. So now I was thinking here, he goes for the Synthesis, thinking I switch. So I go for Zen Headbutt, doesn't kill. He goes for Leech Seed. Okay, I would take that better than Synthesis, because at least the Venusaur is still low. He goes into Savali as I go for the Zen, and he lives on 1. I mean, come on, man. This is where the Toxic Miss is actually pretty big, because the Toxic Miss did allow me to stay in with this Miltank on so much of this. So he goes to Sacred Fire here, doesn't get the burn, I EQ, and I'm able to get damage on this Entei. So I'm just gonna spam EQ here, because I really see no reason to pull a switch into anything, because this thing was meant to just get damage on the Entei. As I just sack Miltank here off to the Entei, I'm able to go into Mimikyu here, and really my only chance to win this game is if he misses a Sacred Fire and able to get 2 SDs. Because if I get 2 SDs, I could win this game. So I need him to not, because Sacred Fire is a roll to kill. So I need him to not get a burn twice when he breaks my disguise, and when. So pretty much my win con here is, okay, SD this turn. He goes to Sacred Fire, breaks my disguise. SD next turn, he goes to Sacred Fire, I live and don't get a burn. If all 3 of those things happen, I win the game. But he misses one of the Sacred Fires. And that is going to seal my victory, because I'm able to get 2 SDs. He does switch there. He does switch there, and Mimikyu is just going to be able to sweep. So, GG, Johnny. Sorry about the hacks. Sorry about the Sacred Fire miss. Sorry about the Toxic miss. That's just the game we play. There's nothing I can do about that. The game just decided to give me the win. The game just decided to give me a win. There's nothing I could say. I probably should have lost this game. Just because I didn't, just because really I should have ran Sap Sip or Miltank. I was too scared of Entei to not run Thick Fat. So Spanic out. I think we're now 5-1 in this league. I'll have the right records and stuff in the